Hi, I'm Adam, and this channel is called The Responsible Shot. I'm starting this channel to document something that I've wanted to understand properly for a long time. What it actually takes to become a responsible deer stalker in the UK, starting from the very beginning. I should be clear about where I'm starting from. So I do have some experience with shooting. I shoot clays with a shotgun, so I have some understanding of gun safety, licensing, and the rules around owning a shotgun in the UK. But rifle shooting is a completely different discipline. The world of deer stalking and game hunting, the ethics, the responsibility, the judgment, that side of things is completely new to me. I'm going to be learning with the right people, and I'm not doing this on my own. I'm partnering with Alex from the Hunter Gatherer Cooking YouTube channel. He's got experience in this world and will be leading the way on this learning journey. My role here isn't to teach or instruct anyone that's watching these videos. It's to learn, to ask questions, and to document the process honestly as a beginner with the right guidance in place. So, what this is and what this isn't. One thing I want to be very clear about from the start, this is not a fast track or an easy route to getting a gun. If anything, the process is slow, heavily regulated, and deliberately difficult, and that's exactly how it should be. This channel isn't about finding loopholes or shortcuts, it's about understanding the system properly, respecting it, and documenting what is actually required if you do want to legally and responsibly hunt in the UK. So why am I making this? There's a lot of content online about deer stalking, but most of it starts at the end. It's the shot, the deer, and the result. What you don't often see is everything that comes before that: the training, the licensing, the law, the field craft, and the restraint that sits behind every decision. That's the part that I'm interested in. This channel is about the process, learning what ethical deer management actually looks like in the UK and what's involved in doing it properly. So why am I doing it? Why this matters to me? I think it's important to say where I come from on this. My parents are vegetarian, my mum especially, and she's very much against hunting and the killing of animals. This series is partly for people like her, not to provoke or to persuade, but to show that this isn't about sport or enjoyment, it's about responsibility. It's about land management, animal welfare, and about the fact that in the UK, deer populations need to be managed to protect habitats, other wildlife, and the animals themselves. Whether people agree with it or not, I think it's important that they can at least see how it works when it's done properly. The channel's not about trophies or proving anything. It's not about bravado or making things look easy. It's about learning, sometimes slowly, sometimes uncomfortably, and being honest about the parts that are challenging, unfamiliar, and difficult. There'll be times where I don't take the shot. There'll be mistakes. There'll be moments where I realize just how much I still don't know. And all of that is part of the point of the channel. So what are we expecting to see? So this is the very beginning. So what we're looking at doing, I'll be documenting things like the firearms licensing process. So I've actually started this yesterday with Alex. So I've got a video to put up of that. The formal training and the assessments, deer biology and welfare, learning rifle shooting from the ground up. I do have a small amount of experience with air rifles, but actual rifles I don't have any experience with. Time spent in the field without shooting, so I am looking at going out and following on a deer stalk just to see what it's all about and look at it from kind of the back end of it without actually having a rifle, using a rifle, or taking a shot. Understanding when not to take the shot, because that's also very important, and eventually taking responsibility for food from the land, from the field to the larder to the table. Everything will be done legally, ethically, and with the right people involved. So we've got some people lined up to do this with, to learn as much as I can about it. I'm doing this because I think there's a gap between how deer stalking is perceived and how it actually works when it's done properly. It isn't about persuading anyone to hunt. It's about transparency, showing the reality of the process so people can make up their own minds. if you're curious about this, how this actually works, if you care about food, ethics, land management, or learning the skills the right way, or if you just want to understand a part of the countryside that's often misunderstood, then I think this channel is going to be for you. This is The Responsible Shot. This is me starting this journey properly.